By dear name of Creator, my name is Sayyid Muhammad Ali Meraji, and this speech is for Christmas and New Year of 2026. You know, whenever it's New Year, whenever it is, I don't know, Christmas or whatever else, recently, in recent years, first they put their kings, and after that, you know, their, I don't know, prime minister and this and that, you know, they start from top and make their position who is top and who is not. I am God or true prophet means I have the same position as Jesus, the same position as Muhammad the prophet, and the same position as Moses and everyone else. And God is me, you know. So by that I am above all and everyone in the whole planet, in the whole earth. And I am the first. And when I say I am the first, it means God, my creator, everyone's creator, he is the first. You know, in recent years, to make this point clear to everyone, I used to send my speeches exactly at the time that their kings want to have a speech, or exactly at the time that they wanted to send popes a speech, or Khomeini in Iran, to make it clear that God, prophet, me, is the first and above everyone. And then it's their positions. Well, now we have made this clear. You know, in this video I have a lot of things that I want to say. You know, I have my positions against kings, against Denmark. And first I must say none of my position has changed, and I do not recognize any of Kingdom of Denmark or Kingdom of Pahlavi or Kingdom of what you call it, British, or Saudi Arabia, or what you call it, anyone else. And of course, so far I talk about whomever that believe in what you call it, God of Abraham, means or inside territory of what you call it, Islam, Christianity, or Judaism. You know, my positions is the same. And here, you know, I can start with what you call it, answer your recent politics. But instead of that, I rather start with the more strategic politics. You know, there is, since Abraham or Moses and or Israel or Jacob, it is 3,000-4,000 years that is past, you know. It is a long time, and still here today, I must, in every speech, in every move, I must clear that I am against kings, I am against this or that. Why? 4,000 years, Three religions, first Islam and then Christianity, and first Judaism, then Christianity and Islam. All these come and all is the same and all are garbage, If a result of your religions is that a prophet like me should start to fight from the first battle that Abraham has started, then he should come to the next prophet battle, the next prophet battle. If it is what your garbage religions say, I am against your Judaism, against your Christianity, and against your Islam. And those books, Torah, Bible, or Quran, are all garbage. In case of Islam, we have Islam in 1500 years. How many prophets ruled after Muhammad the Prophet? None of them. And Prophet Islam, if you read Quran, directly tell you, all the Islam without this Prophet is nothing, because God, Allah, is him, And even in Saudi Arabia, there is Muhammad's, grave is here, and there it is, there is a grave of other family of Muhammad. And they call their Baqiyatullah, it means rest of the Allah is them, Allah is Muhammad. So you clear about this, you know that God was his Rasul, or his prophet. And still after 4,000 years, after 1,500 years, we haven't a true prophet, we haven't a that has ruled as a leader after the Muhammad over the Islam, for example. This has not happened, and grandchild of Muhammad has got killed, and only the women and children remain, and they could not do anything. And they are not, according to Islam and according to religion, they must not do anything either. Women and children are not those who should rule or anything. This about Islam, and before that Christianity, Jesus has died, and they say he is childless, and they jump this matter that why a true prophet did not rule over them. But around last 40 years, I have been here in Denmark or in Christian countries. Well, I can't say they are very happy to see a true prophet. And, from the first day that I put my foot here in Denmark until today, there was not a single day that some people outside, read my brain and laugh or shout or whatever else, or disturbing in general. And here I change a little the subject. Recently they say that Euro Union, a court in Euro Union, has said that Denmark has put Euro Union's law aside and said we use our own law. And they did, but in their own law they discriminating some of the foreigners and so on. And in Denmark they are a bit unhappy about that, and why we cannot run the country and discriminate people as we like, better said. Well, in my case, since the first day that I put my foot in Denmark in 1985, until now there was not a day that I were not harassing and I were not getting harassed or disturbed. And this is my part, to qualify what the Euro Union Court has said about Denmark. And I think it is time that other foreigners and so on, if they are got discriminated, they shut up. Well, this I wanted to say about this subject, but back to main subject. We had a policy, we should have a strategy since we started the matter with the kings at Abraham time, and Lot the prophet should have been the, after his father, Aaron, he should have been the prophet. But the big brother, the big uncle, he started because of Lot's sister, because of, because of Sarah. He has started to fight with the kings and so on, and God supported him, because, why, in general, either you want everything from God, or you want from king, or from presidents, or military, or this or that. And religion is about wanting from God, So this with Abraham, we say, it is not like that prophet go to the kings or get supported by kings and so on, and God support him too, and so it's perfect. No, it is not like that. It is that prophet is about God. Everything God give the prophet. And to make sure that we accept, false prophecy of Abraham for a while, until this thing get established, that everything for prophets is God. But after that, we come and see in the same chapter of Abraham in Torah, it says that when you go to a new nation, you go get friend with the kings and support those, get those people who follow the king as your own people and so on. Why? From one side, we are fighting the kings because we think God give us everything. From another side, come and see, against knowledge and so on, and we say, you should take king's people. You make them your people. In general, we say we have kings, but kings are not the only one. It is always in every nation, in every group, and so on. There is many people that stand up, and they want to be king, they want to be ruler. Some of them are thieves, some of them are tyrants. And among all them, well, kings are better, because they have their own family and they have their own, they try to keep with the good people, because it is the only, thing that remain. If you keep with the bad people, one day the whole bunch of bad people and you get destroyed. So good people is important. Therefore, they said, you keep with the kings. Well, let's say when the kings are the only one on power, well, we fight the kings because God is the real king. But when there are other, there are tyrants and this or that, so we say temporarily we keep with the kings, that kings destroy and take over everyone. Then when the king get us rid of all of them, so we put the king aside and we sit on top of them as God. I think in Surah Ibrahim, in in Quran, it talk about something like that when it talk about idols. He say, well, Ibrahim was the guy that he has gone inside the Mecca, and he destroyed all the other idols, and he put his axe in hand of the big idol. And the next day they come and say, you has done it. He said, no, I did not done it. As you see, the the axe is hand of the big one. And he has destroyed them all, I think with that story, they are talking about the same matter, that we put the big one in top and he destroy all the bad people. And after that we put him aside and we take over as king. Now look, it is 4,000 years. 4,000 years. You understand me? 4,000 years. And in these 4,000 years, how many kings have we put aside and we put the prophet instead of that? How many? So there is something wrong. This garbage is from the Bible, is from the Quran, is from the Torah, or the people who follow that, or the people who learn that. The garbage is garbage. The garbage show that Bible, Torah, Quran are expired. They are not working. If the real strategy was that someone, the big, the big idol, the big king or whatever else, destroy all the bad people and make the, people civilized and so on, and we sit over there and God rule over them. But instead we see what happened in reality, Instead we see, instead of that we sit instead of kings, we can see that whenever kings become weak, religions and all others make bad people raise up, you know, and they destroy people, they make wars and this or that. Why? Because, oh, well, when they destroy the world, when they all the people see, no, king was the good guy. These, oh, I don't know, I don't want to say bad words here. These garbages are much, much worse. They are tyrant, they are bloodthirsty, or garbages who should put down, we should empower king. You know, better said, it is a circle. They keep their kings on their power like that, you know. And the religions, look at the religions. How many religions has defended me? No. Even, you know, when these people torture me and there come a storm or there come a earthquake or this or that, these garbage religions, these, I don't know, what bad words I should call them by. They say it is good. Why? Because these people know there is a God, and if garbage priest, whatever he say in this fucking Bible or Quran or whatever else, this is good, and we, people see that they should listen to us. Otherwise, God make these troubles. You know, they are garbage. Instead of gather people to support the prophet, the whole my life since I was, I don't know, little child, 3-4 years old child, until now, there should some people read my brain and shout wherever I go and disturb my life. I neither, make me even, uninterested to religion, and I did not. I get God to know when I was 35 years old. And I neither learn any Quran, any Bible, anything, you know. They know, if I know God, it will not be in their benefit. And all religions, all the, good and bad powers, try to keep them hide. That I do not know who is it, you know. Why? You know, because they wanted to keep the kings, keep their religions, because their kings are in their palaces, rule in their palaces, and they enjoy their life, their, their priests and religions. They are in churches and mosques and everywhere else. They have their own kingdom for themselves. And the bad people, they have their prostitutions and this or that. And the world day by day become worse and worse. And we have, Hollywood and American new culture, which all the garbage come in the whole world from Hollywood or movies, singers, and theater, and everything else. Even their books are all garbage. Well, so there is something wrong with the strategy that in a start were so simple. If there are many bad people, let the king take over. After that, we put the king aside and put the religion or the prophet above all and everyone. This was the ideology. As you know, Abraham even sent his own son Ismail away to put Isaac over what he has over his people. But since from start, since from children of Israel, that instead of they put Joseph above themselves after their father, they threw him in pit, gave him to Pharaoh. Why? So it has gone wrong from the start. They sold these garbages, has sold God to Pharaoh and get 400 years money for that. Lived and ended, or when the, as they say, Pharaoh has got Moses and raised Moses and so on. And when Pharaoh has got Moses, they made them all slaves. Because they are in real slaves. They are slaves. They were the garbage. They were the worst people who sold God to enemy of God. It is the first religion. It is from these 4,000 years. It is the first garbage religion with its Torah and everything else garbage that has that, and in a way that even Moses say, if I write any different, these are so garbage that they remove it. They don't, so I must write something that these garbage people keep it. So they are so garbage. When I say it is, I do not criticize a normal Jew or offspring of Jew. It is the religion. So as I said, that garbage religion, that garbage Torah, and everything about it is expired. And Christianity is the same garbage because it follows the same garbage Torah. And so is Islam. Islam is a chapter in Bible that Quarantinian, I think its name, and it is about kings and so on. And the whole Quran is about that. It's that chapter. Because what? Because, as I said, the whole strategy was that king take over everything, everyone, and then we put him aside. But it has gone wrong. There is something wrong in this strategy. They have find a way that kings come up, take over everyone, and when they become weak, religion and everyone else try to make destroy the people and so on until they say, well, it is time that, as we say, as religion say, when in such a situation we should put the king back and he take over all of them. And these continue and continue. Islam and Quran say about that. And all these books are expired because how many years? 4,000 years? Do you want to, maybe 14,000 years we prophet come, and from our first day that we get born to our death, either we accept you as God, as as whatever garbage that you are, or we should get tortured all of our lives to death, and all people live by your garbage, it does not go. In my, what you call it, my earlier speeches, many years ago, I told you I do not want to bring any child, any next, and I want that by my death, God destroy the whole planet, kill all of you. It does not work. It is not, because, in 2003, one day I do not go out, look at the stars and so on so much. But one day, because of a storm, I go and open the window and I see, I see the five of a star. Suddenly I see they are moving together, five of the stars. I said, a star does not move, This, what you call it, meteoroid, something like the asteroid or meteoroid. Yes, you can see them, that they come. But that far away, stars, they do not move. Oh, as I said, after that I think it's gone and stopped. And when it stopped, it is like less rest of the other stars. But after that, like a Nike shape like this, very smooth it has gone like this. And it was a very gigantic spaceship, I think. Now I want to say that gigantic spaceship come from there, and he has showed themselves to me, and I'm grateful to them. Because this question that are there any other species in this entire big world, or only we are humans in Earth? No, as it looks, there is. And they are, I don't know, a lot civilized and in front of us. One thing I want to say, you can see in all your movies and this or that, I say all are politicians, all are religions, all are entertainment, culture, or whatever else. All should have been shamed. Why? Because those people, those species, come with their big spaceship and so on. But from very far away, they only showed themselves to me because I am the prophet. I should have seen them now. I don't know, maybe according to their religion and so on, I should have seen them. But they did not come here, see it, and say, we live on that planet, and we are like that, and we look like this or this. Did they come? No. Because of that, shame on all of you. So clearly, you are all garbage. You are all, what you call it, uncivilized monkeys. Because if you were not, that spaceship would have come and sit and feel no fear that anyone harm them, or anyone steal any of their technology or anything else. So, in other words, shame on all of you in this one thing. And in case of religion, that in last 4,000 years, there was not a true prophet that sit on power and real kingdom of God get established. No. So once more, shame all of you. Shame all of you Muslims, shame all of you Christians, shame all of you Judaism, Jew. It is shame all of you. Well, this I have said in case of what we call it, the main strategy. The main strategy, you have changed it instead of what you call it, and even you expected me to be such a fool that take to India, make the same garbage there, and I don't know, and either call it Indianity or Indianism or Indian law. I don't know, whatever garbage you want to call it. But you wanted those people that are so, what you call it, show their true love to God, that He sent them water. Every year He sent them monsoon and water them, otherwise they all die. You want to change them to same garbage that you are, to same what the shit that I was tortured since I was 4 years until now. So let them be whatever they are. I do not make any new religion or this or that and make the people same garbage, same idiots as what you are. This, I hope, until now I have cleared with you that your religions are garbage, your politics is garbage, and everything else about you is garbage. What you call it, extraterrestrial or whatever you call it, a species from other planet, come here, but he do not get near, he fear. And they know exactly what go here somehow. I don't know. They have maybe some spies or whatever else here. But they know that they should not get near because you are dangerous. You are, I don't know, I don't want to say bad words. You are dangerous garbages. And in case of kings and so on, I said my policy is the same. I do not recognize Ben Salman or Charles or Frederick of Denmark or Pahlavi or whatever else that you want to make king. And I do not, I am against, for example, recently, in recent years, in Hollywood we have a Hollywood Jesus, and what he does, he makes these motorcyclet gangs, these most dangerous people here in Europe are these motorcyclet gangs, and they are most of them are armed, and what you call it, they are, many of them, they are in prostitution, they are what you call it, they are in many wrong things, you know. And this Hollywoody Jesus, well, we put the king aside, we put these garbages, these that are the most dangerous people, these who make women forced to prostitution or this or that, we put them, wow. Why? Because the garbage know when he puts such people on power, well, people go and find the king and fall on knees for him. Please come and rule over us as our king. Why? Because these are very dangerous for real, not for, they are not joking, they are real dangerous. Because of these, get rid of them, So they put king back. This is the garbage Hollywood. And disappointed the new Pope. I like him, but they even, I don't know, somehow, because abuse his kindness or whatever, and they take picture with him, and they tell him that we are very good for you, we get the people to come to you. No, I am against them, I am against this garbage Hollywood Jesus or whatever else. And what you call it, and in case of Catholic and so on, or whatever I said here about Christianity, Catholic is part of this too. This is here in recent years, there is so many people from Romania and so on. They came to Denmark for working and so on. They are mostly good people, but some of them has lived around me and so on. Some of them are very wrong people too. They even learn Farsi, to be with my abusers and run the same abuse. It is about 10 years and so on that I have, and I try to be friends with some of them, but not really. They are not, There is one thing that here, for example, here they are Protestant, well, and when they are enemy with me, God have to keep with the Catholic. So the Catholics, instead of being good, they want to abuse the situation. Why now God support their abuse? They are the only, they become my side, when people, the Protestant people are enemy, Catholic people become my side. When the West is my enemy, East people and Russians and so on become my friend. When always it is like that God used to support their enemy to support his prophet, And they know that. They know that well. They know that much better than me. And they abuse this knowledge to for example, in case of Iran, if I fight Pahlavi, those who are enemy of Pahlavi abuse the situation. If I fight some wrong in Islamic Republic, or those Pahlavi and others, God have to support them. They abuse, me, prophet, and God in this way that I am under their torture. Both me and God are really under their abuse, And my question is, so many Muslims, so many Christians, so many, Jew, what have you done for God? My question is, God, prophet is alone, and instead of you garbages do anything for God, you garbages sitting and waiting who become the enemy, that enemy of that enemy, it is their time to abuse. It is all the Christianity and Islam and what Judaism has showed you, their books, and you, their followers, belong to inside my, what you call it, my toilet. If it is all the religion that you people know. Oh, you know, I think I get angry, but I have right to get angry. How else? I must wake you garbages up from this dream that you can jump prophet after prophet. Yes, you have, however, you have jumped until me. You have jumped all of them. But this garbage should end. Oh, you know, this speech, I from the start, I did not want it that to make it in one video. This is part one, and in this video I talk about the strategy that they made 4,000 years ago was good, but instead of running that strategy, you have used that strategy to keep your garbage religions alive, keep your garbage kings on power, and keep all the else wrong that you have. I have said this in this video. I leave the rest to the next video. Thank you for listening to me. And these garbages around, how I can say, they started to say it's enough, and so on. All this. Thank you for listening to me.